What if I told you that death doesn't exist? That everything you see is just a movie projected by the light of God? In a few seconds, you will hear the words of Paramahansa Yogananda that open the door to cosmic consciousness. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes for a moment. Are you ready to discover what science is still trying to explain? If these words resonated with you, leave a like to let us know you're on the same page. Subscribe to the channel and activate the bell. Every week, we share new meditation practices and teachings that expand consciousness. And tell us in the comments, what is the greatest spiritual mystery you want to reveal? The best answers will be read in the next video. 3 paths to cosmic consciousness. Excerpts from lectures by Paramahansa Yogananda, February 9th, 1939.
As long as even the slightest tremor of thought and mental restlessness persists, you cannot attain cosmic consciousness. The self-realization concentration technique improves the quality and power of your concentration immensely. Its practice will save the sincere seeker from years of fruitless wandering on the subconscious plane, a field to be avoided, filled with illusory and imaginative spiritual experiences. One must reach the superconscious state to have authentic spiritual experiences and realizations of truth. The world has a habit of teaching much and practicing little. You may listen to 100 lectures on sugar, but you will not know its taste until you taste it. Likewise, the glory of any true doctrine remains unknown unless it is practiced. You must live the teachings of the prophets and the greats, then their truths will become yours and you will understand that the truth is demonstrable and universal. When you practice truth, whether you call yourself a Christian, Hindu, Buddhist, or any other religious devotee, Christ will claim you, and so will Krishna, Buddha, and all divine incarnations of truth. Follow the path of truth steadfastly. Remember that out of thousands of people, only a few seek God, and among those seekers, perhaps only one truly knows Him. He who perseveres will realize God. So make every effort to make meditation a regular experience in your life. May you never forget God and never be satisfied until you have Him. May you be able to say, behind this finite frame, I feel the infinite. I never come to class until I know He is with me. I do not teach until I have first established that total communion. I know that, speaking from that plane, the students will not forget what they have learned.
Concentration, an indispensable condition for finding God.
Concentration of the mind is essential for spiritual progress. Without concentration, you will never find God. Learn to shut out all worldly sounds and distractions from your consciousness. As soon as your consciousness is right, God is there. He is not hiding from you. You are hiding from Him. When in deep meditation, You see an inner light. Try to hold it and feel that you are inside that light, one with it. God is there. Try to realize that you yourself are that divine light. The more peace you feel during concentration, and the longer you remain concentrated, the deeper you will enter into God. If the time spent reading books on spiritual truth were devoted to meditation, your mental and spiritual progress would be immeasurably greater. Sleep less and dedicate more hours to meditation. The rest you will get is 100 times more restorative than sleep. If you cannot cut off the sounds from your consciousness, you cannot reach God. That is why the saints sought the solitude of caves and forests. Dive into the inner silence again and again, practicing the methods of concentration and meditation that I have given you, and you will find great peace and happiness.
The Bhagavad Gita states,
free from ever-emerging desires and cravings for possessions, with the heart governed by the soul through yogic concentration, retiring alone to a quiet place, the yogi should constantly strive to unite with the soul. The silence of deep meditation should be practiced more in all churches and temples. Everyone should talk less. During my training period in the hermitage in India, my guru, Swami Sri Yukteswar, lectured us only occasionally. Most of the time we sat around him in silence, concentrating within. If we moved, he scolded us. A true master possesses more than mere erudition. In the spiritual life, it is necessary to learn wisdom from such a master. One who knows and knows that he knows because he has experienced the truth, not merely read about it.
the invisible source of the visible worlds.
Space is divided into two aspects. On one side there is creation, on the other there is only God, devoid of creation. It is the realm of darkness without darkness, and light without brightness. In the Gita, the Lord says, "Where neither sun, nor moon, nor fire shines, that is my supreme abode." The same duality applies to human consciousness. Your being has two sides, one visible and one invisible. With open eyes, you contemplate objective creation and yourself in it. With closed eyes, you see nothing, only a dark void. Yet your consciousness, even dissociated from form, remains intensely alert and operative. If in deep meditation, you penetrate the darkness behind closed eyelids, you glimpse the light from which all creation emanates. In deeper samadhi, you transcend even that manifested light and enter into the all-blissful consciousness, beyond all form, infinitely more real, tangible, and joyful than any sensory or supersensory perception. God has given you the opportunity to observe in your own consciousness the operation of the same laws that govern the universe. The state of formless consciousness that you experience with your eyes closed can be compared to the boundless region of darkness, no darkness, and light, no light, where God exists without form, quality, and duality. In that infinite expanse of eternity behind creation, God lives alone in the absolute consciousness of ever-existing, ever-conscious, ever-new bliss. No world or other created thing exists in his consciousness in that part of infinity where he reigns as the Absolute. But on the other side of space, he is aware of everything, of the whole creation in himself. In the invisible is the factory of the universe. Einstein said that space seems very suspicious because everything comes out of it and everything disappears into it. Where do electrons and whole worlds go? Whenever you are fascinated by some material creation, close your eyes, look inside, and contemplate its source. You see nothing, you hear nothing, and yet all visible objects have come from that invisible. A light shines in the darkness. If you continue to peer into the darkness, you will find that great light. Behind the darkness is the Christ consciousness. Behind the darkness teems the life of other worlds. In my Father's house are many mansions. Right behind space is intelligence, and right behind you is God. Do not live in ignorance of his presence any longer. Pierce the darkness with your meditation. Do not stop until you find him. There is so much to know, so much to contemplate deeply. The answer to every problem will come to you directly from infinity. The truths I perceive in meditation reveal the foundations of psychological laws that science is discovering by other methods. When I close my eyes, I see the subtle streams of life flowing through my body. In the quiet you feel with your eyes closed, never feel alone. God is with you. Why would you think it isn't? The airwaves are full of music picked up by the radio, music you would otherwise know nothing about. So it is with God. He is with you every moment of your existence, but the only way to realize this is to meditate. And you who already meditate, go deeper. Do not fall asleep at night until you feel some throb of the divine presence within you. Peer into that darkness until you discover its wondrous secrets.
An experience of death.
To encourage you, I will tell you what happened to me today in the superconscious state. I was sitting in the library at Mount Washington about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, when suddenly my breathing stopped and my limbs went stiff, and I found myself watching the process of death. Breath and movement had left my body, yet I remained conscious. It was a wonderful experience. I saw my body and all nature as a cosmic film, created by the light of God, and I cried out with joy, "There is no death, Lord. This whole world is nothing but a film." A sovereign on the throne may say, "Ah, I am a king," but a mortal blow is enough and he is gone. He is truly a king who feels God in all the forms of creation. Death will not frighten him because he contemplates it as the door to the divine kingdom.
The three paths to cosmic consciousness. 1. The social path.
The first way to expand human consciousness into cosmic consciousness is the social way. Exclude the self and live for everyone. Be loyal to friends and feel love for everyone. God has given you a family so that you can expand consciousness by caring for others. In it, we learn love and self-sacrifice, achieving a certain inner expansion. But that is not all. Love that becomes personal is exclusive, circumscribed. When it becomes impersonal, it expands. Cultivate impersonal love. Give everyone the same affection you reserve for your family, and do to others exactly what you would do for yourself. The social path to cosmic consciousness consists in behaving in this way with every being. God loves all his children equally. They are his divine family, and his love is impersonal, so his children should love one another. This is the divine plan, and to forget it is to suffer. All humanity must change its attitude. You are everyone, because your true nature is omnipresence. I find the greatest joy in giving to others and seeing their happiness. When we feel and love others, we find that the entire creation responds to us. Jesus, who offered his body as a ransom for many, showed us the social path to cosmic consciousness. Christ-like, you too should serve all men as yourselves. The man of cosmic consciousness is happy. He does not limit love to a few, excluding others. Therefore, make the whole world your family. Will you remember? This consciousness is with me at every moment. I have no caste. I have no country. I feel that all are mine. Love all men as brothers, all women as sisters, all elders as parents, every human being as a friend.
2. The path of self-discipline.
The second path to cosmic consciousness is self-discipline. Do not be a victim of intemperance. Enjoy things but without attachment. Be free. Be pleasant and master of yourself. Avoid becoming a slave to wrong habits and act only according to your right convictions. To attain cosmic consciousness, it is necessary to have self-control and rise above the dualities, heat and cold, pleasure and pain, health and disease. Learn to bear everything without mental excitement or disturbance. He who everywhere remains unattached, neither rejoices at the encounter with good, nor is agitated at the face of evil, possesses established wisdom.
3. The Supreme Path. Meditation.
The last and highest path is meditation, the metaphysical path. If you are still aware of your breathing while meditating, you remain bound to the consciousness of the body. To enter cosmic consciousness, you must free yourself from it through the methods of meditation imparted by the Guru. Think of a sealed jar of water immersed in a tub of water. What is in the jar is separate from what is around it. But if you remove the lid, the water merges with the water. Thus, ordinary men exclude God because their consciousness is sealed by the lid of ignorance. When that lid is removed by the correct methods of meditation, one feels the peace of God within and without the body. As you increase the length and depth of meditation, you will find more and more peace and ever new joy. Whatever else you may try will not produce the divine consciousness that comes from meditation. A Lord is all around you, but you do not perceive him either within or without until you remove the lid of ignorance and merge your consciousness with his. Discover him within yourself. If you sink into material desire, you will suffocate. If you sink into the ocean of God, you will live forever. Once you have found God, you experience real and lasting satisfaction. Human friendships may break, but God will never abandon you. If everyone leaves you, if you have Him, you have everything.
Excerpt from Man's Eternal Quest by Paramahansa Yogananda.